So today we're converting from this clutch style fan. This is like a 1990, like 2004. You're gonna have your clutch fan. 05 and up should have electric fans. So we're gonna convert over to the newer radiator, newer E-fan setup, wire it up, and show you the process and everything that's involved. First things first, we gotta move the fan shroud, and to fit the factory E-fans, you have to go to the wider radiator. This generation has a 28-inch wide. The ones that came with electric fans have a 34-inch radiator core. So that's, without that, you're not gonna fit a factory style E-fan setup. So let's get started with that by removing the shroud, your radiator hoses, your transmission lines, all that. I need 10 millimeter setup.
Actually,
it's just this one here.
Oh, just those two?
Yeah. And then there's one here. Nice. And then need my Mr. Clippy. Get off of there. There you go. Now the upper shroud should come out. To make it easier, you might have to like pull off the intake and the hose and shit. It's kind of tight. All right, went ahead and kind of moved the intake out of the way so we can get the upper shroud out. There we go. So you're gonna have a fan clutch nuts. They do sell like special kits for attachments for like an air hammer and things like that. Usually I have pretty good luck just like chiseling them off or hammering, things like that. Let's see, I've used like giant like adjustable pliers in the past, and you can hammer that off sometimes, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be reverse thread, and it's always going to spin the same direction as the fan does. So if you look at the blades, it's going to be spinning this way, so that's the direction the nut needs to go to back out. Go ahead. Easy peasy. All right, this will go in the trash. Okay, now we can remove the lower shroud. Sure, might not even have to. Yeah, oh yeah, we do. My bad. I was thinking about the hoses. They got to come off of the radiator. The shroud should, yeah, it just pulls right out. Can you hold that hose? Hold the hose. It looks a lot better with the E-fans too. There's like a lot more room. Okay. So fan, clutch, the clutch fan is out of the way, and the shrouds and all that. Now we're left with the upper and lower hose and these transcooler lines.
When you're ready.
Action. Hell yeah. Sometimes when buying new radiators, you got to reuse the grommets and hardware and shit like that. So just keep that in mind. So yeah. Oh, you're good. Straight up. Hell yeah. One perfectly good radiator. Basuda. So here's a 34-inch core on the bottom. This is the original 28-inch core to get an idea of how much wider this radiator setup is going to be. So not only does it have more cooling capacity because of a bigger radiator, but the electric fan's going to pull a lot more CFM as well. So it's an all-around good mod for cooling. Ready.
Grab a wobble.
Take two. Take two. Perfect. This one. So the original mounting points were here, and they come pre-set up for the wider radiator, because your 2500 trucks That they came with a 34-inch core, and the core supports are the same both ways, so they're set up for both radiators. So that's nice. No like pre-drilling or drilling, tapping, nothing like that needed. It's direct bolt in, no modifications. So the electric fans is actually going to use the original radiator mounting points, because you know these got extended outwards. This is where the original radiator bolted, but that's where the new electric fans are going to mount. So like I said, all this is plug and play. Everything lines up perfectly. Here's a look at the fans and how they mount up in the factory positions. This is what I was telling you. The radiator is extended outward. That's the new mounting location. The fans mount to where the radiator used to mount. So yeah, it's all like I said, no modifications. These were used, so they're a little dirty, but it looks factory. So that's the point. On the harness kit I got to actually wire it up, this relay is sticking, so I'm gonna have to put a better quality relay because this was actually staying on. But anyways, that's a good thing to note in case you get the exact same harness or you run into the same issue. You might have to get a better relay, but these are pretty universal. You just have to match up the pins, get the same style. But anyways, so this harness had 2 power wires, and all I did was tap it into here, into this little junction block. 2 power wires here, 1 ground here, and then you've got the 2 signal wires going to the ECU. And you know what? I think the best way to show you what pins these go to is probably post up a picture real quick. But you just have to slide these pins into the ECU connectors. One is like your low speed, the second is high speed, and then you have to go into the computer, into HP Tuners, and program those outputs to control the fans. So it sounds more complicated than what it is. I'll go ahead and go into the HP Tuners and show you where to make those changes at right now. All right, so real quick, let me show you how to actually turn them on. In HP Tuners, you're gonna go to System, and this is only for the guys that obviously have HP Tuners. If not, you can get your tuner, get somebody to do this for you. You're gonna go to System, and already there's a tab here, Fans, and you're literally just gonna go from here. The default setting says no fans. You're just gonna go no fans to 2 fans, and then you're gonna set up your activation and deactivation temperature and pressure settings. Like here I have, and of course this isn't like this, do it to your personal preferences, but my first fan I have on at 160, off at 155, second fan on at 180, off at 175. You have enable and disable speeds, so anything below like 50 mile an hour, these fans are on. If you get up to your highway speeds, they shut off because you have so much airflow going through the front, you don't necessarily need them. And then you have your AC pressures. I have on at 180, off at 150, 180, 150, things like that. This is fan 1, fan 2. So yeah, that's basically it, man. That's how you activate the fans through HP Tuners. It's really, really easy. After that, you're gonna write the tune and you're done on that part. Data logging I've been doing. These are my short-term fuel trims. Basically, I'm getting the MAF calibrated. It's pretty far off, and then it's a little lean in the top end, so there's some power to be had out past like 6,500 RPM. This is a monster cam, so the power keeps climbing. I think I'm gonna have the shift point to 6,500. So here we're looking at 337 torque, 418 horsepower. So actually I can pull over and see how much power I made whenever I was messing around with that Subaru. I should remember, I think it was 418 horsepower. I need to memorize that. So 418. Let's see what adding fuel up top did to our peak horsepower, because it was leaning out a tad. So let's go out to 6,500 and see 455. Jeez. 367 torque, 455. So yeah, all I did was richen up the power enrichment. I got more fuel up top. I left the timing alone. Timing looks a little conservative. I could probably get it, squeeze a little more out of it. It's like 19-20 degrees near shifting. At its peak, it's probably like 24 degrees. .458, 380. Damn, that's pretty good. Okay, so this is the most power it's made. This thing's running pretty damn healthy. Alright, so out of all the settings, all the power enrichment I've messed with, it likes to be richer, which I've been noticing that a lot lately. So right now we're targeting like 12.4 AFR, but of course, like I said, you want to verify that with a wideband. You know what? I just realized I never really showed you guys like what I'm messing with to change fuel. So power enrichment is here. Actually, let me show you how to get there. So this is your main table. You go to engine, fuel. It's already clicked, and then power enrichment. This is basically changing your wide open throttle AFR, your commanded AFR. But of course, you want to fact check this, with the wideband, make sure it's, because this will, indeed add and take away fuel. It'll change your AFRs, but it's a risky business if you don't know what you're actually getting, because they can command all they want, but it not actually be accurate. Because the way this works is it takes the measurement that's supposed to be storage, what's supposed to be 14.7, and it multiplies. It's a multiplier on top of that. So if your base isn't accurate, this is not going to be accurate. So basically, this started off at 1.16, and I ended off here at 1.185, and this made the most power and torque, and it just felt awesome. Like this, it was obviously running a lot better. I think the commanded here is, I think we're looking at 12.4 commanded AFR. So yeah, all I'm doing is going up and down with these values here. But yeah, this thing's running a lot better than what it was beforehand. Picked up some power. Like I said, the horsepower and torque, it's not like completely accurate, but it's definitely a neat tool to have. So I can tell I'm going in the right direction. I'm getting more power out of this truck. It's now when it shifts once a second, it like lays down rubber. It didn't do that before. It didn't lay down freaking rubber and posi when it went to shift. Like, it's obviously making more power, so like pretty neat. This truck, it's for being on 24s, it freaking scoots, man. It does have a 410 gear, which helps it get up and go. Yeah, this truck's pretty impressive. I'm happy to be working on this truck. It's been a pleasure. Almost ready to deliver it to the customer. There we go. He's gonna go ahead and get the hood painted up and stuff. I did the whole front end conversion for him. I had to weld on like HD bumper brackets, lower the bumper. Got new pads. It's got the Z71 lower valance, HD bumper pad, HD grille, HD hood, clear corner headlights. I do have the HD. This was actually kind of hard to get. I ordered one, ended up being for $1,500. I did find the correct one for $2,500. Yeah, freaking handprints everywhere. He is gonna get it color matched. So yeah, this thing is gonna turn out freaking sick. And here's my projects. My LS swapped Lexus SC300, sorry, 2JZ single turbo GS300, my EM1 Civic. It's a big pile of crap right now, but I'm gonna fix it up. It's gonna be awesome. Let me go ahead and show you what this is looking like. This is gonna be like a race car. I think I'm gonna go ahead and gut this one. Just make it my straight line car. But yeah, this is 5.3. Actually, it's like the same drivetrain out of that truck. It's a 5.3 4060. Difference is it's got the LS2 intake manifold, 90 millimeter throttle body. This is actually off a Mustang, kind of crazy. But yeah, 5.3 4060 Lexus. Can't go wrong with it. Can't go wrong with it. Freaking skinnies up front, big old fat tires in the back. Go get it! Go get it!